Oh shit! Yeah, we're back. Oh man, yeah, we're back. Slight adjustments, slightly different setup, very slightly, very slightly. Let's get back to the riffs. Let's get back to the riffs real quick for a second one time on this fine PM. Hannas, what's good? What's good? That's me, Nicky Hannas. Scope it. Yeah, it's a Thursday. It's a Thursday evening, 6:46 on this fine Thursday evening. Ah, man, I went a minute and a half without checking the audio. That's hella suspect. Let me just double check that. What's up, my man EMP? What'd you say? Thought Thursday? That hoe over there Thursday? Nah, this is a fucking thunderous Thursday. That's what I decided. I was thinking about it earlier. I like the alliteration game. Thunderous Thursday, the triumphant return of GM Be Honest, except today it's PM Be Honest because it's not in the morning. Oh, nice. And I do have audio. Cool. Yeah, buddy. So I'm back. It's been fucking 10 days or so since I got on here. That song was one of my songs because primarily before I'm a fledgling YouTuber or podcaster or what have you, I'd like to think I'm a musician. And I'm a lot of things before that as well. But, you know, we're out here fucking sculpting something from nothing. That song was Don't Mean Nothing by Nicky B. Hannas. That's me, Nicky B. Hannas. Welcome to it. And that song is about, that particular part. Fuck, I forget my own lyrics. But it's about so many words that don't mean nothing. Talking a lot of talk and not doing shit. Half yelling at myself, half observations and what I witness and what I see in other people. And I think I'm a victim of seeing a lot of people. I see things in other people that I know I have in me, and it fucking makes me sick. It triggers that like mechanism where I'm just like, you lazy piece of shit. But it's only so aggressive and visceral because I know I have the propensity, if left unchecked, to be a lazy piece of shit. When I see someone being a mopey, whiny, crybaby, victim-y, so on and so forth, it triggers me. It bugs me. Why? Because I have that tendency my damn self. In the past couple of weeks, I've been in that negative place, man. I've been in that fucking little shitty spot. Depressive spiral, if you will. I went from having a couple weeks of agitation and being irate constantly, being just pissed off and fucking agitated, but not quite in that victim, not quite negative for sure, but not as far negative as that reclusive type of like, fuck it, whatever. My thumos was low. It has been low. And I think I'm almost out of it. I think I'm almost out of the bitch season of this August. The dog days of summer. I find this happens to me most summers. There's usually a window where I just get real fucking down on myself. But the funny thing about getting down on yourself, the funny thing about feeling shitty is you don't really care about the rationality of it. You don't really care too much about the fucking reasonability of it or the logic of it. You just kind of feel how the fuck you feel. At least that's how I am. And that's just kind of where I've been, dude. You know, fucking most things in my life, it seems. Now, the works I'm doing are good. The actions I'm doing are mostly fucking good. I'm still doing a lot of the right things as I see it. But every now and then I slip. And if I wake up late one day, it fucks my whole shit up. And, you know, then my shit's fucked up. The positive side would be, all right, well, tomorrow's a new day. Let's course correct. Let's fix it. And then what happens when you wake up late like a pussy boy the second day? Fuck. Again, how about the third day? Fuck. And it just elevates. It just elevates until eventually for me, I'm like, fuck it. I guess I'm just not doing this now. And the way I have this podcast set up as it's a couple of different things. One of the means that it serves as to me is a way to have more creative output. It's a way to express myself creatively. I got the whole fucking setup behind me. I got the whole shit going on. I got the whole beginnings of a personal branding thing going on. That's the end result of it. So in that regard, it's a creative output based thing. Now, since I've been doing it, I'm at like almost 40 episodes of this BS with Hannas. So thank you guys for sticking with me and, fucking enjoying it. It also, I find that I'm learning about myself. Every time I put something out, I swear, it seems like I put something out to the world throws something right back at me. So then if we can keep dancing like that, it's a learning process. I'm pulling shit out of me and putting it out here. Whatever I put out here is then interfacing with whatever's out there. And then it's sending something back to me. So it's like a very growth oriented type of thing. As long as I fucking keep doing it. As long as I keep fucking doing it. Now, when I get pissed off and when I get sad and when I get turned into a bitch, when I get in that bitch Benny mode, it fucking just ceases. And then I wonder why I'm not doing the right things. Well, the fucking path that I had set out on, I quit walking it. You quit walking it, fuck you expect. You're just standing there. And at first you're standing there. Then maybe you take a seat. Then maybe you kneel. Then maybe you make a nice little spot in the dirt and you fucking take a nice dirt nap. Anyone else walking by sees you taking a dirt nap. It's like, what the fuck is that dude doing? Get up, bull. That's how I've been feeling. It's just a bunch of things, fucking work related. It's not like I can not work. I do admire the people who are so gung ho and very debased from reality as I see it, that they can just quit their job and fucking pursue their dreams. Quit that job. Tell that boss off. You don't need this. Go carve your own way. Well, dude, that's not fucking reality to me, despite the millions of people on YouTube or whatever, who say that's the right path because they ain't paying my bills and the bills got to get paid. And then I'm in that trapped cycle where if I'm trying to break out of the cycle where I'm living in a fucking scarcity type of place, right? Where these obligations have to get fulfilled. The things that I do to keep my cage, the metaphorical cage operating. Well, I have to keep the cage operating, even if I know it's a fucking cage, even if I'm trying to break out of it, right? You fucking just can't ignore shit. What the fuck happens if I go a month without working? Maybe I just don't have enough faith. Maybe I just don't have enough trusting in the process or trusting in the plan that I can just abandon everything I'm doing and hope for the best. And hey, man, everything works out. I don't know that that's fucking reality. I just don't know that that's reality, but I'm trying. So then when I'm going about my daily business after weeks of just bullshit, which I'd like to think the fucking problem with dealing with bullshit is we all think that it's avoidable. I see problems and I'm just like, guys, it's all at work. I'm running a burger shop and I got fucking all types of different stupid low-level problems as I see it. You're giving the customers the wrong order. You're taking the orders wrong. Bro, it's lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, whatever the fuck these people want. Just tell them what they want. Just do it right. And you're fucking that up. I find that to be not a high metric of skill on the lowest level. It's like, guys, just do the job right. Why am I getting agitated from a chain effect? So now you did the wrong thing and I'm pissed. The customer's mad at someone, so I got to fucking fix it. Now the cooks are mad at me because you fucked up. Now I got to be the one to fix it. And it's this chain effect of things that it's like, dude, this doesn't even need to happen. Why? This is absurd to the highest degree that it's even an issue. And then when I'm in that negative place, right, this existential dilemma type place where I'm trying to be a musician, I'm trying to be a talker, I'm trying to write, I'm trying to fucking get big and jacked and strong, I'm trying to fucking be a good force. Not just a good person, but a good force, I get in this negative place where I find that the person that I am is not a force. All the forces around me are crashing into the person that I am. And then I think existentially, because it's like, is this what my life has come to? I'm a 33-year-old man and somebody's mad about pickles. And now in this moment, my life coalesces into this moment and pickles are the problem, or a light bulb that was put in incorrectly that someone else did that now I'm being reprimanded publicly for in front of all my people, that I'm being shamed and embarrassed and humiliated and being berated and so on and so forth. And I'm thinking I'm a fucking 33-year-old man and I'm filled with anger. I am filled with rage at the injustice of all of this. And what can I do? Because we live in a cage. We are caged animals in fucking 2025, dog, in society. What happens to the spirit? Where's it at? This is what they talk about when they say this is the Fight Club thing, when the guy's looking at his own apartment and it's all the IKEA furniture and he's finally made it. This is the metaphorical, the proverbial thing that all these success guys, all these fucking self-help dudes, all these motherfucking people who propagate this kind of positive, what should be positive, uplifting, supportive, motherfucking like go get some attitude type shit. We all come to that point in the modern day, in the modern zeitgeist, where we're the fat Americans and we're so comfortable we're dumb and we're so smart that we're stupid. We're caged animals. We're domesticated. We're house cats. And I think there's a part of us, at least for me, what I'm experiencing when I start to get fucking honest about it, at least, this is what I've been at the past 2 weeks. When I haven't been making fucking YouTube videos about what I'm reading today. I took a walk this morning. I'm going to go to the gym, which is all good shit. And it helps me get this as a habit. But then my habit gets broken. And now I'm a man who's defined by his habits. Now, the wise elders, the Greeks, the Romans, whatever, they have decreed and said, very rightfully too, that we are what our habits are. And I love that way of thinking. My problem is I take it to a fucking complete and total overdrive mode, where then if I disrupt my own habits and I fuck my own self up, yeah, now what am I? How much of my own fucking identity have I put into these things that I do that I decide have some kind of meaning or defining factor, or that they're what actually I am when I am a fucking person. But I have sometimes forgotten my personhood in just the constant hustle bustle, in the constant doing of things, which is good overall. That's the contradiction of it. Overall, it's a good thing. Much better than sitting on ass, staring at a screen, playing games, jerking it, fucking ordering DoorDash, what have you. If I had to pick one of those two, I'll pick mine every day of the week. I guess in my path as I'm walking it, it's just been extraordinarily frustrating the past couple of days. And then when it's reduced to something so stupid and I just feel like an idiot, that existential dread kicks in, but only because I don't necessarily feel so good about what I'm doing. And it's fucking, sometimes I just can't get on here and talk. If I were to come out here on a morning when I'm feeling like shit, waking up all depressed and not wanting to get out of bed, no go-getter energy, no trace, no trace of thumos, nothing, no spiritedness, just a shell, just walking, just doing the thing like a fucking automaton. That's the drone of society, the worker bee, the worker ant, so on and so forth. I'm thinking, what the fuck's the point of it all? What am I doing? I'm making music that nobody listens to. Fuck how I feel about it. I love what the fuck I do, but when I get in that bad place, it's just like being drunk. You got a different pair of glasses on. Not these cool ones, but different ones that fuck your whole sense up. Ones that it like just disrupts the whole point of it. There's no point to any of it. Now everything's the fucking same. So why bother? Then at least for me, when I get to that shitty place, I'm that why bother type of fucking dude. And it sucks, man. It sucked and it has sucked. But I feel myself coming out of it. I feel myself crawling slowly out of hell, But shit, it just kind of is what it is. I got some notes for like the whole process of it. But I decided today that fucking I'm just going to get on YouTube and do a PMB Hannas and fucking put some thoughts out there. Because I know I ain't alone in this. I got 2 people in the chat right now. My man EMP's in there. You're the man and I love you, dog, because you're one of the only motherfuckers that really encourages me. You say, yo, where you at? Where you at on this fine morning? You would text me some alliteration for the day. And I'm like, nah, not happening today, man. Well, maybe I'm busy. Maybe I mismanaged time, which is just a tactical issue for sure. Maybe I'm just being lazy. Maybe I'm just like, what have I got to say? No one cares about me. Pussy. It's a bad fucking way of looking at it. When I got my homeboy out here fucking looking out. So sometimes it just be like that, though, I guess. And I think it's seasonal. I think I'm so busy with multiple things that I'm used to being so busy that it's my perspective is fucked up. So what's kind of normal to me and is kind of just grinding, and I'm just running out of energy and just running out of esteem, like my stat bar is just going down. It's maybe that's just what it was. But back in my mind, I know I got to pull myself up out of it. And then that's all there is to it. That's all there fucking is to it. Sometimes it just takes a little bit, for me at least, to kind of get together with it. And I wonder how much of that is also the stuff that again, like the stuff that I make important in my head, the stuff that I construct to be the real defining stuff, the real meat in the course of meal that is life. So anyway, thinking about all this, because I've been percolating. I'm percolating suit. The stuff that I've been just kind of swirling around thinking about for when I come back to doing this. I made some notes about it as I learn myself, as I get more aware of myself. Hopefully not to a point of detrimental hyper awareness, but still got to be aware, because if I'm feeling fucked up and I don't know why, it is at my own behest to figure out why, then try and course correct. So like I said, it could be about a lot of these things that I listen to. And the last video I did was when I found out about the concept called retard maxing from my man, Elijah Long on YouTube, who's got a Patreon channel called the High Thumos Brotherhood. I like this guy's video a lot. The fucking idea of retard maxing and just making it simple. Stop overthinking. Stop complicating everything. Not everything is this big existential or fucking philosophical thing. And I have that tendency to do that. So as I'm dancing, right, like as I'm putting all this content out there, quote unquote content, as I'm putting all this stuff out there on the internet, it's like I'm having a conversation with myself. I get something out of me, and then it gives me something back to think about. So this concept is so contrary to most of the stuff I listen to, insofar as content creators and YouTube and, self-development and self-help, so on and so forth, work ethic, and which is not to take away from those things. But I'm thinking maybe I just took it to a pretty, like almost it became my identity. So maybe that's also part of getting sober and having to reform different parts of my identity. That's what I'm thinking, at least, as I'm still figuring it out. But that concept totally blindsided me, because it's maybe not everything is so fucking serious at every fucking waking moment, even if it feels like it is. It's tricky. It's tricky for me to navigate, I was listening to, it was either Mr. Eli Long, or the other dude, Sam Hyde. Just like some YouTube shit I was listening to. They were talking about how you feel, in fact, only makes you more depressed. They were like on like some kind of anti-therapy tirade. And I'm not pro-therapy, because you go to a therapist and you talk about how you feel, and they throw stuff back at you. You have a nice conversation, but it seems to never get fixed. It doesn't seem like it's in a therapist's best interest to fix their client's problems, because then once the client's problems are fixed, the therapist loses their client. That's not a very smart nor sustainable business model. So I'm not really pro that. And then when I think about it, it's like, man, well, how do you feel today? Man, I'm just tired. I'm lethargic. I hate my boss. I don't hate him, but like, he really made me mad. These people are just ungrateful, and I'm broke, and yeah, you fucking just verbalize that. You put power into it. This is why for centuries, until we got so wise as to put surveillance devices in our pockets, men didn't talk about their feelings, and men didn't really care how they felt. There's so much wisdom in that. And I just hearing, it's just, that's where I'm fucking at. And then I know all this stuff in my rational mind, in my reasonable mind. I'm like, yeah, I know. But then, God damn it, I get to that place and I'm like, fuck, I know better, but this fucking feeling is a little too strong for me. So is that psychological projection? Is it repression? Is it? I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's powerful and it sucks, man. And there was something else from Sam Hyde that I heard. This is funny. He said that I think existential dread means that you're a loser and you have nothing important going on. And again, I don't like to think that I'm a loser, but then when I get real negative, when I see one of my homies roll up in a motherfucking brand new Range Rover, I'm like, God damn, I'm doing something fucking wrong, dude. When I'm seeing people take off work to go travel fucking Europe or whatever, do cool things with their chicks, I'm like, fuck. And I'm arguing about lettuce. Holy shit. Well, at least I'm still working on my mixtape. And I'm putting fries in bags and I have that. And god damn it, I gotta fucking conquer that, which means I'm not listening to, I guess, the teachings of fucking stoicism all that well. Because god damn it, if I'm a fucking burger flipper, I should be the best damn burger flipper there is. And I should relish that joy, and I should not look at it as an obligation, but as a duty and a service and a craft. Dare I say, an art. But that's the ideal shit. And man, once the fucking world kind of pushes at you and punches at you and blows you around, knocks you on your ass, spits on you, kicks you, hits you right in the nuts, it's kind of hard to feel. How many times do you say obviously you got to keep getting back up, but you don't always get back up with a smile. And I think because this is what I'm talking about with like the stuff that I read and consume taking to a too high degree of severity. I think because I'm so fascinated and I put so much importance into the stoicism, this is something Eli Long brings up. It's like it becomes almost like it suppresses real, actual thumos. Like I think I'm telling myself, the story I'm telling myself is that I got to just be constantly better than it, be better than it, be better than it. And that's true. But then when it's like, fuck, what I'm looking at is different. Like, am I gaslighting myself? Should I not feel this fucking agitation at stupid shit that's far beneath me? And then I have to self-censor, obviously you do. And this is where it's tricky because you obviously have to partake in a civilized society. You can't just feel something, act on it, ooga booga. You can't fucking be acting like that. But what's the middle ground? I guess the whole thing is up here. The whole fucking thing is mental. So it's not even like the modern man, modern society. It's not even like that. But in that context, yeah, we are like fucking people packed in a maze or whatever. Pick the metaphor. Pick it. There's so many ways to describe the afflictions of the affluenza that runs rampant in our society. And maybe we're all just so risk averse that we don't want to break those molds. Maybe we're trying and aspiring to be something that we're not actually. And that's trying to be something that you're not. Fake it till you make it. Well, I don't know. Am I a rock star? I feel like when I get on stage, am I faking it till I make it then? Or is it just this unbridled fucking place where I can get on stage in motherfucking cowboy boots and an electric guitar and just rip, just kill motherfuckers? Because that's the real shit. And in those moments, it's pure flow. Go, go, go. You can no take twos on the stage. What you do is what you do. And what you send into that is what you send into that. The rest of the world, it's fucking tiptoeing, kind of dodging things, doing what you're told until you're in a position where you don't got to do what you're told. You can do what you'd like to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the muzzling effect. And that's how I'm looking at it. And then I'm looking at the news and I'm like, holy shit. This is why I'm so glad I tuned out. I'm so glad I tuned out because this fucking shit's a circus. It's a goddamn circus. And then I think back about all the years I spent glued to the television watching. Can you believe what Dr. Fauci said? Can you believe what Dr. Burke said? Wow, look at what Donald Trump's doing. Whoa, can you believe Joe Biden? I'm shaking. And I'm watching these people, just by consuming social media, still be on that same idiot path. And I'm like, guys, I don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. Not till it gets to my little radiation zone of what I can and cannot control. Then again, maybe I should fucking start doing a news segment first thing when I go on the fucking YouTube. Then I can put it in the title and maybe get some clicks. Maybe make it like feel like it's worth something. Get the validation, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. Or maybe I'm just fucking spiraling hard right now on a Thursday because it's been a while and I got something to say about it all. But I digress. I haven't digressed this whole stream. And that's something I say a lot. Not mean. Anyway, what the fuck else did I write notes about? So I guess this is all learning from a low thumos place. Lessons from the low thumos blues, as my man EMP said it. And that's just what it is. I've been feeling generally very unhappy and purposeless, unhappy and purposeless. And maybe my endeavors are just trying to fill that. But that puts me in that existential dread place where you're a fucking loser. So says Sam Hyde. Anyway, I don't know much about that bull. It's just some talking head on YouTube on the internet. So, like, fuck what he says. Who cares? This is how I've been feeling, man. I just been feeling like that, man. And, like, who gives a shit how you feel about it? I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I just got to keep doing what I'm fucking doing. You know, that solves all these problems. Action does, in fact, alleviate most mental disruptions. I have learned that. I will back that up 100% before getting into the minutia. You know, I feel like maybe I've been trying to make everything serve me and failing. You know, like it's a wise position to look at life, whatever that entails, and make this is like real stoicism. You know, look at what you have in life. Fuck what you don't. Look at what you got, and use it all to serve you somehow. And I suppose that I've been looking at things around me, and not only is it not really serving me in any way besides immediacy, you know, be it someone to talk to, be it money in my pocket, something to go do, you know, company or fucking whatever, you know, it's only serving me very superficially. But maybe I'm just a dummy looking for more meaning, which is contrary to Mr. Eli Long's point about retard maxing. Maybe there's not just more meaning. Why don't you just enjoy what you're doing? You know, I had one of my food reps today give me a free Saquon Barkley Super Bowl jersey. That's pretty cool. He saved my ass. The company sent me the wrong product, so he drove the right product all the way to my store. Him and his buddy came in for lunch, and I'm like, yo, thank you guys so much for bailing me out. I'm just going to buy it. Like, lunch is on me, dude. It's all good. Which doesn't mean running it through my store and stealing from my boss. It means I'm paying for the guy's fucking food. Like, thank you, bro. That's a good look. I appreciate you. And then on the way out, he gives me a fucking Saquon jersey. Saquon. That's awesome. Go Birds, dude. Right in time for football season. That's a cool thing. I'm not even a hardcore football head, but I got a Saquon jersey right next to the Reggie White jersey that was gifted to me by my boss, right next to a McNabb jersey that I got at a thrift sale, right next to a Brian Westbrook jersey that my buddy had and dug out for me. That should be the highlight of my fucking day. Fuck all this other stupid shit. I got a free Eagles jersey. That kicks ass. And it should just stay there. It should just be that simple. It doesn't have to go on 6 or 7 different tangential explorations of meaning or lack thereof. That's goofball shit. Stuff that I do that evidently I got to stop doing. What else did I write? I've been very emotional. I'm reading my diary to you guys. Apparently, that's what it is. I've been very emotional. Angry, sad, depressed feeling. Yeah, because I'm fucking unfulfilled, and I'm pretty obviously unfulfilled and trying to justify that unfulfilledness. That's okay. That's a work in progress. That takes a lifetime to fucking figure out. I could quickly say it's because I don't got money all like that. Then I'll talk to some rich dude who's going to tell me that money doesn't fulfill you. I don't know. Being closer to actual freedom sounds pretty fucking fulfilling to me. But that's patience and that's work. That's hard work and patience and doing the right thing for a long time in the dark, without reward, without trophies, without acknowledgement, all these things. You know? Moving down my list of my my sad story journal. What else did I write? Maybe I'm not being honest across many things in life. I wrote that in my song Hype Train. Hype Train by Nicki B. Hannas, heavy blues metal. I tried being honest till it turned out I lied. Stayed loaded for far too long, paying tax on living out my songs. Then the hype train comes and fucks you up. I wrote down not wanting to get on camera and tape when it feels as if I'm only complaining, bitching, pissing, and moaning. Yeah, because ain't no one want to see that. It's kind of funny when someone's agitated, but do I want to reduce myself in my own thinkings? This is me thinking too far ahead, of course. But here's another guy on YouTube. Bitching, pissing, complaining, whining, being a victim. No one fucking cares, dude. But, you know, but that's how I feel. Yeah, it is what it is. And then we got to, that's pretty much everything I'd written. A couple notes from people that I like on YouTube. My man Eli Long, I fucking found this dude's channel. Elijah Long, High Thumos Brotherhood. And he's fucking awesome. I'm a big fan. And I went back through all his old videos. His very first video was like 2015. And he's talking about how he did a men's bodybuilding, like competition, like physique competition or something, and he got smoked. And I like this fucking guy a lot. He gives me the vibe of someone that I would fuck with like in real life, IRL. And as far as I understand, he's right about my age too. So it's like funny. It's a funny thing to just get that on YouTube. After all the years I've been using YouTube, only when I start doing this do I find this channel. I think that's very, very interesting. And he's like, "What's up, brothers?" He's doing pull-ups on camera on his very first video in 2015, doing bodybuilding competitions. That got me thinking to what the fuck was I doing 10 years ago when I was 23? I was on probation for a DUI, fucking doing hardwood floors after I got fired from a pizza shop job, grinding, no days off, 0 days off, barely making ends meet, doing hardwood floors by day, and then fucking slinging pizzas at night, going to the old Planet Fitness at like 5 in the morning to get that workout in first. So I was kind of doing the right thing, but just like fucking right now, man, making up for mistakes of the past, making up for lapses and misjudging of things, and just having, paying court restitution, pissing in cups, reporting to my fucking PO. Shit. Was the same goddamn story, bro. I ain't even heard about Thumos 10 years ago, but you know what I did hear about 10 years ago? Arete. Excellence. That's why I like this man, Eli Long. We're talking about these old fucking epic Greek concepts, these transcendental fucking things that mean something if we can incorporate them correctly. I suspect my problem is I have not been incorporating them correctly. I've been getting swayed by the things and forces of life instead of being a force of life, to my own detriment. Shame on me for that. I also like this dude because he's dropping quotes from fucking Marcus Aurelius and Seneca and James Allen, all these motherfuckers that I really like talking about. He talks about stoicism, and he's fucking my whole brain up on stoicism because he'll talk about Ryan Holiday disparagingly. Yeah, interesting. I never met the man, so I'm hesitant to be disparaging about Mr. Ryan Holiday with his bookstore in Texas. They had their pro-vax, pro-ID card policy, but I ain't got a motherfucking bookstore yet. So who the fuck am I to say a single thing about Mr. Holiday? All I've said is that he's a dirty lib, which is okay. He's entitled to have his own political orientation, and that he clearly doesn't lift. I thought the old Stoics, there's like a famous quote from one of them, Aristotle maybe, that it's a shame for a man to live his life and not know what his physical prowess is, something to that extent. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's just so interesting to me. So interesting to me. But anyway, besides praising for the YouTuber, Elijah Long, retard maxing, high Thumos brotherhood, the one thing he was talking about, there's a famous saying that goes around that it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And he's like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Being a warrior in a garden sounds like the mental prison. It sounds like you're a fucking warrior. I mean, we bring our warriors back from fucking wars overseas, or what? Of course, overseas, proxy wars, this, and that. I know very well. And that also sucks. But we take our soldiers back and they can't fucking readjust to society. Good luck taking a Navy SEAL and putting them in a garden. How happy do you think they're going to be? How nourished, how fulfilled, how purpose driven, how excellent, how much arete or thumos will that individual demonstrate if they're stuck gardening? Leave the gardening for gardeners, And I felt that. It's like, man, I'm fucking, at this point in my life, I'm definitely being called. I like to think at my best that I'm being called for fucking more. And maybe it's just the trappings I find myself in out of necessity that's fucking me up. I think that's the best way to look at it. And I guess you gotta just hold that L, take that L, L after L after L until you can fucking carve your way out of it. So that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about on this fine edition of the BS with Hannas show / podcast. Damn, I've had 2 people in here the whole time. Thank you guys. One day it'll be fucking 2,000 and this chat will be fucking spiraling. That'll be cool. One day, as long as I keep doing it. It'll never happen if I quit doing it. So that's about where I'm at. I think that's it. At the end of the day, everything I'm talking about is some bitch boy shit. I know quite a few people in my life that I'm close to that have fucking cancer of some sort or another. And if they fucking be thinking like this or talking like this to themselves, they don't really let people see it. And I try not to, but then it's quick. When EMP hits me up, yo, where's the episode today, bro? I need to listen to someone that's not a fucking millionaire telling me that I should enjoy the process of not being a millionaire when I'm trying to just fucking keep my head above water, keep people happy, keep my bills paid, etc. Yo, where's it at, homie? I need someone grounded in fucking reality as I know it. My man's hitting me up with that, and I'm like, oh, I don't have it in me today. Motherfucker, better than radiation or chemotherapy or something. I know someone who fucking had a goddamn tree fall off through the front of her fucking house. Fucking, there's a goddamn live shooter at Villanova University today. People dying in floods and shit. Fucking genocides happening across the world. All types of fucking crazy, negative, evil, devil-driven shit. And I can't get up in the morning. That's my own motherfucking fault. But when you're in your own motherfucking fault, it's this particular sensation. And, that's where I'm at with it. That explains the absence. And I need to get myself out that shit. So here's the 35-minute special edition of BS with B. Hannas. PM B. Hannas. That's me. Nikki B. Hannas. Thanks for hanging out with me. You can find my motherfucking music at nikkibhannas.com, nikkibhannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. I also just went and adjusted the official website a little bit, nikkibhannas.com. There's a link on there now to my Substack, which I haven't been writing on because I've been a depressed little bitch, but I'm getting back to it. So that's like nikkibhannas.substack.com. The link's on the website. The link's on the link tree. What else is there? There's the Patreon. I was long thinking about starting a Patreon channel. So that has to happen. Whether it flourishes or not, time and inputs will tell. But that's like patreon.com/NikkiBHannas. It's like a $5 membership if you want. I mean, I also totally believe in putting all my shit out there for free. That'll filter a lot of people. I don't believe in putting stuff behind paywalls in this day and age. I hate when I see musicians complain about not getting paid off their streams on Spotify. It's like, bro, you should be happy you have streams. What happened to a love of the art? Oh, well, we gotta make a living too. Bro, I write music and I fucking play music. Like, unless you're on tour, I don't know what the fuck you think you're entitled to, because people like what's popular and you ain't popular. So let's use our brain and understand why we ain't getting paid. Motherfucker, I'm putting fries in bag working on the mixtape. That's what it's got to be. So be it. But that's a whole different spiral. So in any event, I believe in putting all my shit out there for free. But technically, if there was financial support to be offered, I would need to blow this YouTube channel up and get super chats and fucking paid AdSense revenue off the YouTube. Motherfuckers can always throw me money on Bandcamp if you're so inclined. You can stream the shit out of it. Go get an army of like Chinese iPhones and just stream Nikki B. Hannas 24/7. Eventually, those quarter-cent streams will add up. And now there's a Patreon option. $5 a month for a friend of the Hannas. The $50 a month for a fucking real one. And I fucking decided to throw the $500 option on there too. If there's anyone out there in this big, beautiful world that's going to throw me $500 a month to talk shit and to write about things and to play music, God bless you. And if that ever happens, it means I'm on the right motherfucking path. You know what I mean? So fucking whatever. Why the fuck not? Throw shit at the wall. See what sticks. I'm spiraling. nikkibhannas.com, nikkibhannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services for some heavy blues motherfucking metal. This has been a BS with B. Hannas episode live on YouTube channel. BS with B. Hannas goes out to Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Audible, so on and so forth. The BS with B. Hannas show. That's what I got for you. Happy motherfucking Thursday. All these words don't mean nothing until you back that shit the fuck up. Anyway, keep it real. One love. Peace. What an anticlimactic ass fucking part. Hold on. Much better. So many words that don't mean nothing to me.